Peace be upon you, dear friends. Presenting to you today is the story of three brave brothers. A long time ago, in a certain place, there lived a man who was neither rich nor poor. He had 3 sons who were very handsome and well-built young men. They had learned to read and write, were intelligent and wise, mingled with good people, and stayed away from the bad. The eldest son's name was Inji Badr, aged 21. The middle son Ortanchat was 18, and the youngest Kenja Bathar was 16 years old. One day, their father called all 3 to him, caressed them lovingly, placed his hand over their heads, and said, "My beloved sons, I do not possess any wealth. Whatever I leave behind after my death won't last long. Do not expect more from me than I can give. But I have given you 3 valuable gifts. 1. I raised you to be healthy and strong. 2. I trained you in the use of weapons, you are skilled warriors. 3. I taught you to never fear anyone, and you have become brave. Now, I leave you with 3 pieces of advice. Always remain honest, and troubles will stay away. Do not boast, you won't feel ashamed later. Never shy away from hard work, you will live in peace and comfort. I have prepared 3 horses for you, black, brown, and khaki. Your bags have food to last a week. Now go and travel the world. You will never become wise without seeing the world. Go and test your fate. Safe travels, my sons." The father left. The next day, the 3 brothers set off early on their horses. They traveled without stopping all day and camped in a deserted place by nightfall. They decided to take turns standing guard while the others slept. Night 1, Inji Badr took the first watch. The night was silent, but suddenly he heard a noise. A lion from the nearby forest had smelled humans and approached. Inji Badr wasn't afraid. To avoid waking his brothers, he led the lion away, fought it fiercely, and killed it. He cut a strip from its hide and tied it around his waist under his shirt, then sat down quietly like nothing had happened. Night 2, they reached the base of a mountain with a tall tree and a stream nearby. They didn't know that in a nearby cave lived Endar Sultan, the king of snakes. That night, during Ortanchat's watch, Endar Sultan came slithering out. Ortanchat bravely led it away and killed it. Like his brother, he took a strip of its hide and returned quietly. Night 3, they reached a mound under a dark sky. Kenja Bathar was on watch. The fire had gone out, so he climbed the hill and spotted a flickering light far away. He rode there and found a cabin with about 20 bandits plotting a robbery. He tricked them into thinking he was one of them. That night, they went to loot the king's palace. Kenja gained their trust and offered to go in first. Once inside the palace garden, he one by one killed all the bandits as they tried to enter. He then snuck into the palace and stole a golden ring from the finger of the first sleeping princess. Another ring from the second, even more beautiful princess. An earring from the third, the most beautiful of all. He returned to camp before sunrise without his brothers suspecting anything. The next day, they reached a city and rested in a guest house. Suddenly, a town crier announced, "Last night, 20 bandits were killed in the royal garden, and the princess's jewelry was stolen. All strangers must be brought to the royal court for questioning." The innkeeper informed the authorities. The brothers were taken to the palace. The king and his vizier listened to their private conversation secretly. The brothers jokingly discussed the strange taste of the food. "This lamb must have been raised by a dog. These grapes taste like blood. Only a skilled baker could arrange these breads so neatly." Later, the king summoned the shepherd, the gardener, and others to verify these comments, and everything the brothers said turned out to be true. The king was amazed and offered his 3 daughters in marriage to the 3 brave brothers, which they humbly refused at first. But the king insisted and explained that a father of such brave sons was wealthier than any king. The brothers agreed. A grand celebration lasted 40 days. Later, the king loved Kenja Bathar the most. One day, while the king was napping by a stream, a venomous snake emerged to bite him. Kenja swiftly killed it. But the king, waking up and seeing Kenja with his sword, misunderstood and thought he was trying to kill him. Misled by the jealous vizier, he had Kenja thrown in prison. Kenja's wife, the youngest princess, wept and begged her father to release him. The king agreed. When Kenja was brought to court, he calmly narrated the story of the loyal parrot who kept his word to the king but was killed because of lies and suspicion. Kenja then showed the king the 2 pieces of the snake he had killed. The king realized his mistake and begged for forgiveness. Kenja respectfully asked for permission to leave with his brothers. The king pleaded, but they refused to stay as courtiers. When he said the princesses would stay behind, they all refused, they wanted to go with their husbands. The king had no choice but to let them go. The 3 brothers returned to their homeland with their wives and lived happily,